Hey guys, it's Laurel. Today is Saturday, February 24th, and this is FLOSSTUBE number 34, I think. It's been a couple weeks since my last video. I was going to film this morning, but we've just been busy doing stuff, so I have just a little bit of light left in the day, so I thought I'd sneak in here real fast and try to show you a little bit about what's been going on in my world. I would like to say before I start, thank you for everybody that sent well wishes last time. I am feeling much better. I still have a little bit of cough hanging on, but that always seems to be the case with me. But I had a rough couple of weeks, but I feel much better. So life updates, not tons and tons going on. Still just counting down to my daughter being home. My son, him and his girlfriend went to a car show this morning. They just left. They're on their way to a concert. So me and the hubby have the rest of the evening just kind of hang out. So we're going to veg out, watch a little TV. I'm going to do some stitching later. So that's my big plans for Saturday night. I did get some new glasses. I had talked several months back about a collision I had with my husband. And I made an appointment with the eye doctor. Excuse me. Couldn't get in until February. So I did go in, got my glasses, went and picked them up the other day. World of difference. You should really go to the eye doctor more than once every 5 years. Okay. But that's about it. Just coming home in the evenings, trying to get a little bit of something done. Getting caught back up on everything. So I have some progress to show you. Sorry. I do not have any starts, and I'll talk about why in a little bit. I have some progress. I have haul, obviously. I have some plans for the next little bit coming up. I need some help with a choice that I'm going to make, and I want to talk about my picks for market. So if I remember all that, if I forget any of that, just ignore it. It'll be here next video. Okay, so first I'm going to start with my Sunday stitch. This one I list as my Sunday stitch, but I really probably been working on like every other Sunday because I've had other stuff that I want to do, and somehow it sneaks in there on Sunday and takes some of my time, but that's okay. You've all seen it. My big toe, Disturb Us Lord. I hope the video's okay. It looks kind of grainy on my viewfinder, but I don't know. Had to do some rebooting on the computer earlier, so you know, me and technology. If you watch me, you know, technology and me, we're not friends. So I'm still working down. Here's the whole piece. And then I'm still working down in this row with the floral. I finished all of my like lattice viney looking stuff. I did these little brown, I don't know what they're supposed to be, but I did all those across. And I am now working on putting my flowers in this other shade of red. And this is on a 16 count Ada that I coffee tea dyed. And again, I'm enjoying having a Sunday piece. I don't, again, necessarily work on it every Sunday. It was my goal to work on it every Sunday, but, you know, every little bit you work on something, you get a little bit closer to finishing it. So that's where I am on Disturb Us Lord. Hopefully, I was supposed to finish that like 2 years ago. It was going to be my all year stitch, and I was going to have it done, or my 1 year stitch, whatever you want to call it. And we're a couple years later. So I have been nicking away on my older projects, trying to keep them in rotation. My first Whipco draw for the month, I did one of the pieces, which was something that I don't remember what it was, but I did work on it. My second piece for January, I did not work on. It was In Command by Teresa Kogut, but it's on my list a couple times this year. And all of my Whipco pieces are 2 hours each. This month, it was Serendipity by Fat Quarter Shop. So I still haven't printed off a picture of what it looks like finished, but eventually you'll see it finished on here. This is still a free pattern on their website, and this is the one. I have done the quilt not in these colors at all. But in the 2 hours, I filled in what green is filled up in this top row. I finished this block, did this green, and I did several of these little arrows. I don't remember which ones, but this is on a piece of 16 count Ada navy. Navy is the color. Now this is something I may not necessarily have started like right now, but I do like it enough to finish it. I have a few quilting themed cross stitches that I eventually want to get done and hang up in here. So that was my first February WIPCO piece. My second February WIPCO piece was apparently what I should call my 10-year project, because it's going to take me that long at the rate that I'm going. This is Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. Daily almost I see on social media finishes of this, and every single one is beautiful. Every single one. So I started in the middle and I came over this way. So I'm kind of, working on this part right here. So I am just using 16 count Ada. It is Wren by Picture This Plus, and I'm just stitching it with DMC 310. I could not decide. I didn't start this right away. I mean, I printed it off right away when they first put it out for free. I'm sorry, I'm talking too fast, taking in too much air or something, I don't know. But I did print it off, but I did not start it for a while. I wanted to see what everybody else was doing, see what their colors were, because it's a big piece. You're going to work on it for a long time. And then I finally said, this is crazy. I just need to pick a color and go. So I thought 310, just classic, simple, available. Don't have to worry about running out of a color. I watched this week, I was watching Evertotes, and they mentioned, I was watching their video, and they mentioned Jen with Quirks and Stitches, and about how she had this 3-hour-long whip marathon. And I was like, I follow her. Why haven't I seen this? Because I'm all about a whip marathon. Oh, a whip marathon. A whip parade. I need to slow down. But I was like, why haven't I seen that? And I looked, and it had unsubscribed me. I did not unsubscribe from her. I know that I didn't. But somehow I was unsubscribed. So I resubscribed to her, went in and watched it, and she showed like 160 whips or something. Her and her mom did an early 24 hours of cross stitch. And they do the little segments like every few hours when they do that. And in her segments, she showed her whips, which are amazing. And several of her, I don't want to say several, a couple of her pieces, she made the comment that she wasn't sure she had enough floss because they were bigger pieces. She had started them with probably like overdyed cottons. I don't think they were silks, but overdyed cottons that were no longer available. So I was like, I don't want to run into that with this. And so I figured 310 was pretty safe. So it will look like I haven't worked on this, but I promise I did do my 2 hours on this. So the last time I showed it to you, I had finished this little braided area. I had done the top part of this tree, I guess you would call it, and just the stem coming down. So in my 2 hours, which it was 2 hours in front of the TV, I did this star. So there's going to be a row of stars that come down as the next pattern down the side. I did this little flower, and I did all the leaves down, up and down both sides. So there's another one of these flowers over here a little higher up, and then the diagonal starts up. So that's where I am. So slow and steady, but it's going to take me a long time. I really have to get a plan together for that if I want to see it finished in my lifetime. Like it's getting a little ridiculous, but it's okay. It's all in the fun of why we do this, right? I have not coughed like this until the last little bit in the day, and of course because I want to do a video, it's going to start. So thanks for hanging out and watching me drink water every 2 minutes that I talk. Okay. Next, I'm going to show you, in the last video, I showed you my progress on Elizabeth Hunt, which is one of my assignment pieces, I'm calling them. So I had done February's assignment. I had shown you Teresa Kogut, Dwelling Place. I still haven't finished February's assignment, but I got a little jumbled in the last video and said there was a November assignment. There wasn't. We started it in Thanksgiving. We had a December assignment, which is done. A January assignment, which is done. We have a February assignment, which is almost done, but I've only worked on it just a little bit since the last video. So I'll show that again in the next video. Yes. I did put it down after I had gone to the eye doctor and I knew I had new glasses coming, and he told me that my prescription had changed drastically. So I put it down because I told you, struggle is a harsh word to use because that's a little elaborate, but it is a slower piece for me right now. So I'm hoping with the new glasses that will help me. But I did pull out my Louisa Coulimore. I'm stitching this with my friend Pam. I also marked this off for assignments for myself, and I showed you January's assignments last time. February was to finish this piece, this strip right here, this design, and then this one row of alphabet. So I do have that done. This I am stitching on 36 count eggshell by Fiber on a Whim, and I'm using DMC 3777. Carol Saltbox Stitcher showed this, I don't know if it was the last video or the video before, and she, at that time, I think she was close or maybe a little further along than where I am right now, so she's probably done by now. She also showed sorry, Dwelling Place. No, Dwelling Place? Now I'm confused. It's one other piece that I'm working on, and she was like, oh, I just got a little start, and she's way ahead of me, and I've been working on it since November. But we all want to be Carol one day. But anyway, this is where I am. These were really fun to stitch, this little section right here. And I'm still just super in love with these colors. I got a little bit of shadow, but I can't do anything about that. But so my the next assignment is this next row that is this same font underneath this one, and then a little bit of the row after will be my March assignment. And as far as WIP go, I think I looked earlier today. I don't think she released them early unless she's done it in the last little bit, but I think they come out tomorrow. Okay, then the other assignment piece I have, so I have 4. I have the one I just said. Stitched it with Diane. Okay, the one I'm stitching with Diane. Louisa Coulimore, Dwelling Place, and then Christmas Garden by Blackbird. So I'm sure you've all seen this a million times. This is, again, another one. Every time somebody shows it, it's just ooh ah, ooh ah. So I'm working on this one. I am almost done. I'm very, very close to being done with February's assignment. This is on, oh, my floss is in here, I'm sorry. This is on 36 count linen in the color Regency by Picture This Plus. And I didn't iron anything just because it's just going to get wrinkled going back in the bag again, but this is where I am. So January I did the border and this motif. February I did this big basket of flowers. No. December, January, and then February is this section here. So I have left to finish this basket of flowers, There's a couple more of these little smaller pieces in the gold. There are initials that go right here, but I'm kind of torn about what to do with the initials because it's 5 sets of initials. There are 4 of us in my little family, so I'm not sure what I want to do with initials yet. So for right now, I'm just leaving the initials off, but that's what would be here. If I decide to not do the initials, I'll just do some more little, pick one of these designs and do in that area. But there it is. And I'm loving this. I mean, right now, I am just really, really enjoying everything that I'm already working on, which is why I think I have some starts planned and kitted up and ready to go, but I think that's why I just haven't jumped back into my startitis mode, because I am just so very much enjoying the pieces that I have right this second. Like, they are so much fun to work on. Now, I've been watching quite a bit of FLOSSTUBE over the last couple weeks. There are, I'm going to say, there's one that I've seen a couple of times, and I'm going to show you in haul, that I just went ahead and bought because I couldn't wait anymore, because I've just seen so many people do it, and I'll talk to that when I get to haul. There's one other piece that Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch showed a while back. It was like in her, I don't remember when she did her whip parade, but there's a piece she showed that is just eating away at my brain back here that I think I'm going to have to order. But other than that, I'm pretty good to wait until market releases come out. And then, of course, I have stuff on a list, but I'm not like chomping at the bit to like buy all the new things right this second. I'm a little all over the place today, and I don't know why. All day I've been thinking about this video and all the things I wanted to say, and apparently I'm trying to cram it all in, like, before I forget everything. But this is the last piece that I worked on. This is Let Love Rain. And I will show you the picture. It's beautiful. If you watch the new video from Tara Sullivan, is that right? I'll list it below, but if you watch her last video, she showed her finish of this. Oh, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. I don't remember what she stitched it on, but it's beautiful. It is so, so pretty. Now, she did say when you get to this basket, it's a lot of stitching, but the whole thing's a lot of stitching. But it is pretty. Now, I did mess up on this, and I've talked about it every time I've shown it, so I'm not going to go into all that. But I did get to where I feel like I'm back on track with the mistake that I made. I still do not feel like I need to rip anything out. I'm just moving forward with it. But this is where I am. This is on a piece of 32 count platinum Lugana. So I wanted to come all the way over to fix my mistake because my border at the top was causing me some issues. So I came down and I was working on where this flower is on the other side over here. And I was like, I'll finish that row and then I'll feel, confident with coming up and finishing the top. But it was going to take a long time to stitch all that. So I dropped down and did this row across, then came up this side, started here and come over, and my top matched up okay. I thought that row with all the color changes was going to be not fun, but I have to tell you, it was really enjoyable. I don't know if it's just because it was like a repeat pattern, but I just had little piles of my floss sitting there and just stitched through them, and I ain't having any trouble. I think I did them like in, 2 lunch breaks at work, something like that. 2 lunch breaks and maybe evening. I don't remember exactly. But lots of fun. Lots of fun. Now, I do have 2 things that I am starting to feel a little bit like I need to start. And I was also thinking, since I have these pieces that I'm doing assignments on, if I stick to that through the whole year, then they're all going to be finished about the same time. Not that I don't have a lot of other whips that I could pull from, but I would like to kind of start another new piece coming up soon so that I have maybe like a new piece started every 3 months or so that if I put everything on assignments, the bigger pieces, then every 3 months I'll kind of have a finish of a big piece and not a bunch of finishes all at one time. I was going to go to the framer last week and frame one of my pieces, and I was just feeling kind of lazy, and I was like, we can just go next weekend. What's next weekend? And I hadn't even thought about it today, so maybe next weekend. I don't know. We'll see. So I do want to, let's talk about market real fast. So I'm going to pull my notes up in my phone. Everybody has been asking in their floss tubes, and I'm no different. Like, I want to know what your, like, I say top 5 market releases are. If you comment down below, I'm really curious to know, because I always, I have my picks, and then sometimes my picks, like, I don't see anybody else. I don't want to say nobody else, but I don't see as many people gravitating towards mine, which I know my taste is, a little different, but I'm always very interested to see what the market releases are. So first I'm going to tell you what my absolute must have. Like, I am going to buy these. I had started out with 3 or 4, and I'm to more than that now. So first one is Serenity, Teresa Kogut. Beautiful. Beautiful. She did put a video out today labeled as Nashville releases. So I want to go on there and watch that and see. I don't know what all she's got in there, but I mean, I have seen her releases, but I don't know. She's going to probably give some more detail and stuff. And that Serenity piece is beautiful. Animal Pincushions by Kathy Barrick. It is, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you've seen it if you're following like all the hashtags and stuff for market, but it is different animal names like goats, pigs, cows, dogs, whatever. And it has like little penny rug looking designs around the outside, the pennies. So I imagine, I mean, I'm not trying to put words on anybody's mouth, but I would imagine Michelle with Penny's Daughter Shares may do that, because she does stitches charts that have pennies on them, and you can go over her channel. I don't know if she hasn't posted a video in a while. I need to go look, just make sure YouTube didn't unsubscribe me and I just hadn't missed something. But she does a lot of stuff with the pennies around them, and she has some really pretty pieces. But Animal Pincushions, Kathy Barrick. Mini Mansions by Annie Bees. It reminds me of her piece last year of Channing Street. I think that's right. Channing Street. I bought that because I just had to have it. Haven't started yet, but it's coming. But it reminds me of that one a lot. So Mini Mansions by Annie Bees. I said in the last video I did not own any Stacey Nash. She has the cutest, her little like animal, what's she call them? Animal crackers or animal thing. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. So I want Miss Hazel. Super cute. Now all her animals she's releasing are cute, but that one just really, I'm going to have to do that. American Welcome by Plum Street, because of course I love Plum Street. I've been waiting on that one to come out. Everybody that stitched it on every fabric, I've seen it stitched on like white, on beige, on blue, on gray. Like, it is pretty in every color. I have no idea what I will stitch it on. And again, I'm not into like, I don't want to say I'm not into it, but like I don't gravitate towards nautical type stuff, but I do like this one. When she does nautical, it kind of pulls me in, her and Teresa Kogut. Proverbs 31 sampler by Plum Street. Beautiful. It is a market exclusive. I think that's the only one of the ones I picked out that is a market exclusive, which of course I'm not going to stitch all these the week after market comes out. I'll probably still be talking 2 years from now about how I wanted to start them, but I will be buying it. And then the other 2 definite purchase are Moments of Glad Grace and I Love More Strong, which are the 2 booklets by Blackbird Designs, which I'm sure everybody is going to want. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's my 8 absolutely have to have. Absolutely have to have. The other ones that I am very interested in our Little Dutch Red Flower Sampler by From the Heart Needle Art. I really, really like her. She's one of my favorite designers. Friends Are the Flowers of Life by Lucy Beam. It is stitched on, is it like Grandpa's shop rag, that pinky color? And again, do I like pink? I'm not a pink girl, but in cross stitch, I gravitate to the pink. It is really pretty. Really pretty. So that was Friends of the Flowers of Life by Lucy Beam, and I like Lucy Beam. The Greatest of These, Faith by Summerhouse Stitchworks. If you have not seen that, I had missed it. I don't know when they put their sneak peek out, but I missed it, and I was just scrolling one day, and I was like, what? So pretty. Just a couple more. A Note of Love, Hannah Rome by Running with Needles and Scissors. That's the red one. I like some red. I did order a frame for Entwine Hearts by Scarlet House. I ordered a frame from Art to Frame. So I don't know how long it'll take for it to get here, but hopefully I did the measurements and everything right. We'll see. But if that one turns out good, this would be really pretty next to it with that red. Flag Thief by Plum Street. Freedom for Me and Thee by Scarlet House. The ones she's releasing are smalls. So pretty. But it's very patriotic. And then I have one more that I didn't put on my list that I need to. It is Nelson by Plum Street. I have always wanted to do Blueskin. Nelson is another horse. So I definitely need to order Blueskin, get it done, and I want to do Nelson. My dad's middle name is Nelson. My father-in-law's middle name is Nelson. So my son's middle name is Nelson. So I need Nelson, is all I'm going to say about that. So let me know what yours are. If you have more than 5, if you can't narrow it to 5, list away. Because I want to see what everybody else is picking, see if there's some that y'all are interested in that I've just missed. I mean, I've been stalking social media pretty good, looking for them, but there's always some that you could miss. Okay, so plans. I want to continue working on my assignment pieces. I will have 2 new pieces for Whip Go to work 2 hours a piece on. I want to do on my assignment pieces, I talked about I need to do a little bit extra to compensate for Maynia, because I'll lose a month's stitch on my assignment pieces. February, I just couldn't get it done with the short month and the extra new start. So I couldn't get it done, but hopefully in May I can do a little bit extra. I am starting to plan for my Maynia pieces, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I have 2 new starts. At least one I want to start in March. There is, what was the other thing I was going to say? Left me. I don't know. But anyway, so assignment pieces, one of my new starts, my Whip Go pieces, some extra assignment stitching, and picking out my Maynia pieces. Now Maynia, I had already decided a while back that I was going to do Teresa Kogut this year for Maynia. So for Maynia, over the last several years, I have picked a designer to do for Maynia. I know, if I'm not mistaken, Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher, she showed she did like a Brenda Gervais parade, and I want to say her 24 and 24, all her new starts might be Brenda Gervais, maybe. But I did Brenda Gervais Maynia last year. I have done Plum Street Maynia, I have done Scarlet House Maynia, and I have done Brenda Gervais Maynia. This year is going to be Teresa Kogut Maynia, and I'm already thinking maybe 25 might be Kathy Barrick. Either Kathy Barrick or Lottie Da. are kind of there, but Teresa Koga is definitely 100% going to be my Maynia this year. So I have a couple definites that I'm going to do, but then I need some help picking some other. I normally pick 4 pieces. So I have Dwelling Place. I have Let Love Reign. So that's 2 big pieces that I really probably should fit into my Maynia, but I'm not 100% sure about that. This is a definite. This is Tilly Goat. I have had this for a hot minute. I've told the story multiple times about the goats that live down the road that we're obsessed with. Those people have no idea. We ooh and ah and talk to their goats every day when we go by. But I need to do Tilly Goat. And just as a added bonus, this is on Picture This Plus Bramble. That's like my new favorite linen. So it is on a 32 count. And it will finish just under 7 by 7. It's like 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. So this is a definite. This is 100% for sure going to be started in Maynia. Now I'm not looking to finish anything in Maynia. I'm just starting. So Tilly Goat. Okay. My other contenders are 2 of them. I can't find the patterns anywhere. They are together somewhere in this room, but I've looked off and on today. And I had to quit looking because I keep finding other stuff that I'm like, oh, shiny, pretty new project to start. So, but they are Land That I Love and Nature. So those are 2. This is another Tilly. This is Tilly's house. So here's Tilly. These trees I'm obsessed with. I love the little red house. I mean, Tilly. This is also stitched on 32 count, and it finishes 7.5 by 4.5. So that's little too. So those aren't too bad. So that's 3 for you to vote on. You don't have to vote on Tilly Goat because I'm definitely doing that. So Land That I Love, Nature, Tilly's house. Love is the Key. Last year, maybe around Easter last year. I don't think it was the year before. Katie the Novel Stitcher. I think Kia B. I don't know. There were several floss tubers that did the Best Bunny Sow. And I stitched it was like a sampler that had a little bunny in the side of it. And I was like, oh, that's super cute. And now I'm like obsessed with all the bunny charts. So, Love is the Key. Tilly's house. Hold on. Sorry, I got myself a little twisted up down there on the floor. This chart has been out since 2020. Again, love it, obsessed with it. Haven't started it. This is Pet All the Dogs. The model is stitched 1/2 on 35 count linen. 1/2 on 35. Okay. And the finished size is 15 3/8 by 8 3/8. It's so pretty. Now, here's, you see the little dogs down here at the bottom? So, we have had several dogs that have left us at this point. They're no longer with us. So, I would like to represent those dogs down here in the bottom. Which of course would take some recharting. I thought about doing them and put little angel wings on them, but I don't know. But this is, I have wanted to do this forever and put our sweet little pups that have passed away. on it. And again, these trees, I love them. Okay, so there's another vote. And I have this book, Broad Stripes, Bright Stars. I've done this one, so this one is not a vote. So I'll give you the names of these. And these are smaller. I said I'll give you the names of them. Oh, I guess there's not little individual pictures in there. So hold on, please. Americana Bouquet is this one. This one, yes, is called Broad Stripes, Bright Stars. Broad Stripes and Bright Stars. At some point, all of these will be stitched because I love them. God Shed His Grace, which is this one. Garden Goose Stitcher stitched this one. I would say sometime in the last 6 months. She stitched that and she changed her colors a little bit, I think, and it's so pretty. Old Glory, right here. And Long May She Wave up here. Oh, I missed that one. What is that one? What's that one called? Grand Old Flag. So, help me decide, because that's a lot. I feel like I should go with some little ones, but I love all of them. I love all of them. So, let me know what you think. So, you got 2 things to answer for me. Market. What are you looking for? And help me pick my Teresa Kogut pieces for Maynia. I will try to find those other 2 booklets by the next video. I'll probably find them 30 seconds after I'm done recording this, because that seems to be the way things like that work. And if you're interested, do Teresa Kogut Mania with me. We'll come up with a hashtag or something that'll be fun. And the only reason I'm really working right now on getting my choices finalized is so I can get my supplies bought. Oh, I have something in haul that is a definite too. So I have 2 definites. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should just do some crazy, start a whole bunch of Teresa Kogut, not just 4. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, but the reason that I am picking them out so early is because I want to go ahead and get my stuff bought and not have to buy it all at one time, or not wait until May starts and be scrambling to get my supplies. I go to quilt camp in April. So in March, I'm going to be getting stuff ready for quilt camp. In April, I'm going to be starting my stuff for quilt camp. The end of April, I'm going to quilt camp. And when I come back, it's basically boom, come back from camp, unpack, Maynia starts. So I just want to go ahead and get my picks out of the way. All right, now let's talk about haul. I first saw this chart. I'm 99% sure that it was on Mischievous Stitches. Her name left me. Anyway, Mischievous Stitches. Y'all know who she is. I can't remember if she had finished it or if she was just showing it in progress. I'm not 100% sure. But then a couple weeks ago, I'll say in the last month, because I have a terrible sense of time, but I'll say within the last month, Jennifer, the calculated stitcher, showed her finish. She did it on Brash by Picture This Plus. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I had looked a couple times for this chart and I couldn't find it on any of my websites. nobody had said it was out of print. So I'm like, why can I not find this? Like, I don't understand. I texted my friend last week. I was like, hey, do you happen to have this? She was like, no, but I'll keep an eye out for you. I was like, okay. So I was like, why am I having such a hard time with this? And I was like, well, Laurel, maybe you should just reach out to the designer, because they're there. They're people. Hello. So I sent her an email. She emailed me super quick back. She was like, oh yeah, it's a PDF on my website. Now, why would I have not thought to go to her website to see if it was available there? Because that would be silly. So I guess you want to see what the piece is now, right? It is the Ark by La Di Da. I mean, it's just simple and pretty, and I love it. I love it. So she calls for, there's only 2 colors. The model was stitched on Sparrow by Birds of a Feather. I don't even think that's available anymore, but I'm going to do Brash because I'm going to steal Jennifer's idea because it looks so good. It's so pretty. Stitch count is 76 by 117. Okay. The Ark. Love this. Love it. And in theory, it should go fast because it's 2 colors. And the one color is literally just it's the people's faces, a little bit up here, and like little accents on the animals. So that made me very happy. And made me feel pretty stupid that I looked for, I mean, I wasn't like obsessed. I might have been like pre-obsessed, like borderline obsessed with it. But I didn't think to just go to her website and look on PDF. So if there's something that you're like looking for that you know is not out of print, but it's like not easy to find, it may just be a PDF on the designer site. All right, so the next piece of haul I am in the a little help from our friend Stitching Circle at Silver Needle. The designer this time is Scarlet House. And yes, I'm obsessed with Scarlet House. So I am so happy about this. Flowers and Friendships. Is that not pretty? Just look. Now this comes with, I don't have my little sheet with me, but it comes with linen. I think it's tin roof. Not 100% sure, but look, it comes with the little pin minis. So, now remember I said part of my rotation new, clubs didn't count in that, so they could just be started whenever. I love this. I love this. Like, I just don't even know how she manages to come up with so much amazing stuff. And if you follow her Instagram, oh my goodness, her puppies. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, then, also in the last video, oh, here's my sheet. Hold on, I'll tell you. It comes with, yes, 36 count tin roof. I mean, I picked 36 count, but tin roof is the color. Right. Came with jelly beans. I need to go give them to my husband. He's in there in the living room. Oh, okay. So in the last, squirrels, just squirrels. This is why I can't find my charts, because of squirrels. So in the last video, I talked about 123 Stitch had a lot of charts on clearance. I've been looking at their clearance charts. So there's one in particular that I just kept thinking about. This is nothing at all that is in line with anything that I'm currently stitching. It is completely different from anything I have ever stitched, ever. But I kept looking at it, and it was like $8. So I ordered it. It's a chart by White Willow Stitching. It is called The Comet. It is based on photography of Alexander Andrews. The chart is 231 by 350 stitches. And let me just say, it is full coverage. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. But it's beautiful. Just look. It's beautiful. So my reasoning, you know how sometimes you just talk yourself into stuff because I just need that because blah, blah, blah. So my blah, blah, blah is my high school mascot is a comet. We were the Comets. I was a cheerleader. You know how weird it was to cheer for a comet? Now, fun fact that means nothing to anybody but me. When I was in elementary school, we didn't have middle school. We had elementary school that ran through 8th grade. You basically had a little building, big building that would have been middle school. And then we had high school. So my high school mascot was a comet, which I thought was an upgrade because my elementary school comet was a watt. A watt. W-A-T-T. Our mascot was a little electric man. I kid you not. So anyway, the comet. So I was like, oh, it'll be great. It'll be great. And it's only $8. And I'll start on it. It'll be fine. I'm going to show you one page of the chart. I feel totally confident showing you this because there's nothing you could do with this. This is what every bit of the chart looks like. Are you ready? That's what I did. That's what I did. That is what I did. So we'll talk about that later. All right. And then I was, again, scrolling through social media. I had a moment of FOMO, fear of missing out. This showed up and it was, I had to have it right that second. So right that second, I went and I ordered it. Then I was talking to a friend of mine a couple weeks ago and I was like, I feel like I ordered that because people were starting to show it. It's like, did I order that? I was really questioning myself. I did. And it came this week. A stitch in time saves 9. I have I don't want to say so many, but I have plans for like my next 6 red samplers. And you see Louisa Coolmore, it's going to take a hot minute. But it's so pretty. I had told myself that I was only going to buy one hats chart at a time. It was lies. Lies. I was like, I'm just, they're a little bit pricier. I'm just going to buy one. When I stitch it, I'll buy another one. Mm-mm. Inaccurate. So I don't know when I will start this. So pretty. Okay, and then next, I was at work. I was thinking about my Teresa Kogut mania. I was thinking about this one particular chart that I've had in my cart, out of my cart, in my cart, out of my cart. Constantly. I have been on the verge of buying this pattern. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm doing Teresa Kogut Mania. I have to do that piece because I can't get it out of my head. So I ordered it. Went ahead and ordered the floss right here. And then I said, I think that would be pretty if I did it bigger. Right? Like, I know everybody's saying right now is to do things smaller. And I get it. Like, some of the stuff I really like on the smaller. I really love 36 right now. I've not tried 40. I'm just sticking with 36 for the moment. But sometimes it is just a piece that would just look good bigger. So the piece that I got is Star Quilt. I've only seen a couple people doing this, but every one of them is really pretty. And I think it's very easy to put on a schedule. You know what I mean? Because it could be, okay, I'm going to do a star, then I'm going to do the circle, then I'm going to do the square. Or I'm going to do this one hole, put it away for a little bit, get it out, do this next one, put it away, get it out. That type thing. But I was like, I really think I want this to be bigger because I want to hang it like this picture right here that you just see the little corner of, it's a picture from Hobby Lobby. It has a barn with an American flag painted on it. And I was like, I think this would look really pretty framed right under it, but I want it to be bigger. So she has hers stitched on 2/2 on 35 count linen. Finished size will be 7.5 by 7.5. Stitch count is 138 by 139. So I got 25 count linen. I'm going to do it 25 count 2/2 and make it a little bit bigger. I don't remember exactly what size it'll be, but so I got just like a neutral. It is mushroom. So this will be my for sure second or one of two for sure's for Maynia. It's Teresa Kogut. Okay. So that's my plan. So let me know. I would love it if y'all want to do Teresa Kogut Maynia with me. Get your piece together. If you're thinking about it, let me know. If you have like a favorite Teresa Kogut that you're like, oh no, you need to pull this one out or you need to look at this one, let me know. I'm all about it. Like, I love the comments that y'all leave. I read all of them. If you suggest something, I go over, I look at it. Whoever, I should have looked this up, whoever told me about the last homely house on FLOSSTUBE, I think that's it. I love it. I love it. I had asked about another quilting FLOSSTUBE and somebody listed that one, and I love it. I do. So I have I'm almost at an hour, so I'm not going to go into quilting today. I'm just going to show my haul. You see right here, I did finish my next block in my swoon quilt. I really, really, really want to have like a Teresa Kogut, Kim Deal special quilting thing, but it's going to take me a little bit to get that stuff together. So maybe in the next video, but I'm not sure. It might take me longer than that to get it together because I haven't had a lot of time in here. But so I'm just going to show you my haul real fast and then I'll jump off here. But I do, again, if you're not staying for the little bit of quilting haul, it's like 5 more minutes. But if you're not staying, I appreciate you coming. I'd love for you to give me a thumbs up. I would love it if you are interested in subscribing. I would love to have you as a subscriber. I go back and forth a million times about the whole subscription thing. It bothers me. It doesn't bother me. It does. It doesn't. I love it that there's so many people out there that love floss tubes and floss tubes. I love it that there's so many people out there that love floss tubes. And I love it that I have my little group of people that comment every time and, you know, share their ideas with me and share, you know, new charts or look at this or here's a suggestion for you. Like, I absolutely, absolutely love it. So even if you're not subscribing, even if you don't do the thumbs up or whatever, just pop me a little hi, hello, something, just to let me know you're out there watching. Okay, so real fast, I literally have 2 things of haul is all I have for quilting. One is a ruler. I told you I'm like a ruler nut. There's a quilt. I think I showed you a couple of videos ago. My husband helped me pick out. I decided to go ahead and order the ruler. I have a bigger hexagon ruler that I thought I could use and use it as a half. But I just think it's going to be easier. It's going to be less cumbersome for this one. And it was not very expensive at all. It was not. And I got my cute little, what do they call it? Flat chuck. So they say on it, take your own Chuck the Duck along on your daily adventures. So it's kind of like a flat Stanley. So you can take pictures of him. So I have my flat chuck in my video. But I did get this is the half hexy. I think they have 2 sizes. This is the larger one. So I got that for a project coming. And then I got my second installment from Fat Quarter Shop of the Simple Whatnots Club by Kim Deal. When I do my Kim Deal quilting spotlight, whatever you want to call it, I will show you the ones that I have finished. I will show you all the kits that I have. The kit I showed you in the last video, it's like 75% done. I have all the squares done and pressed. They're laying on my dining room table in a layout just to see if I like that. So I will have something of that to show you. I don't know that it'll be done by the next video, but I'll have you something to show. But this is the next one. This is called Fall Haul. So it's got all these fall colors. You can't really tell a whole lot, but it's just a few colors. But that one should go together pretty fast. I love these little stars right here. Love them. Okay, so that's all I have. I'm sorry I couldn't get too much into quilting today, but I was a little babbly. But I will. My plan is to be back in 2 weeks. Until then, I hope y'all get lots of stitching done, lots of quilting done. If we're stitching or quilting the same things, tag me, let me know in the video. I will list my Instagrams down below for cross stitch and quilting. I appreciate you being here. I hope everybody's well. Everybody that's at the big, what is it, Beach Please. I think they're maybe finishing up. I think that was this week, but hope everybody had a great time. Can't wait to see stuff from there. Let me know about your market picks. Let me know about Maynia Teresa Kogut, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.